Hey, I'm Kev and welcome to another episode of the challenge Battle of the Exes 2 recaps, and we're on episode 7. I'm sorry that the light in the video may not be as well as I liked it to be. It's dark, it's really late outside, and the sunshine has gone away, and I just want to make this episode happen. And let's get started with this episode because it ended with a cliffhanger last week, and I am very excited right now. I am rooting for Johnny and Avery, and these two guys are about to jump and ring the bell, and they both jump. Adam, he falls down, and Johnny gets the win, and just like that, Adam and Britt are eliminated, and we see some disappointed faces in the crowd, which is very understandable. And then next, we have a scene where Sarah is feeling like she is not connecting well with her partner. So then we have a scene where Jordan is talking with Johnny and Zach, and they are like, oh, she's not gonna control you and this and that, and Zach is really talking really bad about girls in general, and how us men are the better species, and how women were supposed to made to um be with the kids, and how the girls are now their wives and swamp what donkeys. And I think it was just so freaking rude on Zach's part. We're in 2015, and saying stuff like that is like, come on, what age are you? What time are you living in? So anyways, we get right to the challenge, which is called Are You the One, which is hilarious because none of the Are You the One kids are left. So basically it is a trivia, and this is TJ's favorite because of course they fall into the water if they don't answer correctly. So basically each team is gonna have 2 turns to fuck it up. Basically your partner fucks it up or you fuck it up, and if you get 2 strikes, both of you go down, and they're gonna be like literally wrap up like tacos. So once they fall, they're gonna be like rolling down like the air to the water, which is really fun to watch, but must hurt really bad. And well, Sarah is very enthusiastic and happy, and she's like, yes, it's trivia. And Jordan is like, hold your horses, put your game in the head. And I was like, are you serious? Like, come on, she's very enthusiastic. You should be happy that you got the best female player, well-rounded player with you, and you're like, come on, like, you are no fucking fun. Like, just try to have fun, try to win. I mean, I think I'm just in Sarah's side, and I had lots of love for Jordan, but after this episode, it's done. So, at this point, I'm like, there's no way Jay and Jenna are gonna fucking win this. So it's like it's either somebody else, like they're gonna be the first ones gone. Is starting off, everybody's doing very good except, oh wait, but even before we get started, they are getting wrapped up and hanged around, and it is not even challenged yet, and Naya is already crying, and I'm like, are you serious, girl? But anyways, Jenna gets spells adultery wrong, so that's a strike for Jay and Jenna. And then Johnny gets wrong who is in the dime, and then Wes gets asked, Leroy gets asked who is the creator of Facebook, and at this point I'm like, who is the creator of Facebook? I totally do not remember, but his answer was Tom. And then Wes is like, that was MySpace, and I mean, that was so hilarious. Like, he was like, Tom. I mean, I did not even remember myself who was the creator of fucking Facebook at that moment. Anyways, Wes could not spell libido, which I don't know what the fuck libido is. Like, I am 100% Mexican, even though I did study in the US. I never heard libido in my life, so I don't know what the fuck that is. So it is all up. All of these 3 partners have strikes. So at this point, it is time to. Oh wait, and then Johnny. Oh wait, okay. So now it is time. All is up for Jenna, and I think this is the time for Jenna to go straight to the water, and they're gonna lose, and they're gonna straight to the dome. And she gets asked what's the UN stand for, and I was thinking, I was like, what the fuck does it stand for? And then she's like, United Nations, but with a dowdy sound, and she gets it right. So they live for another round. John A could not answer what is the biggest muscle in your body because Zach says that she does not have the biggest muscle because it is the buttocks, the butt. Anyways, so Avery gets asked to spell antho for something, and she does not spell it right. And Johnny and Avery are the couple who is going into the dome. So next, um, Leroy get asked about the country song. I don't know what, but he is like what he doesn't know the difference between a country and a continent. We deserve to go down, and I think that was so funny. And it was the answer was Japan, and he said Africa. So they're gone, and let's cut it. And the last two are Jay and Jenna. Surprisingly, these two guys were just literally like guessing the answers and they were getting them right. And of course, Sarah and Jordan. At this point, Jake proceeds to making a deal with Jordan, and Jordan is like, I like you, but I don't want to make a deal with you because Johnny is my friend. And to me, that was like, okay, if they lose, Jay and Jenna go straight to the dome because there is no other like planning or anything. So, anyways, at this point, Jordan answers wrong and they have one straight. So at this point, it is Jenna, it is Jay, and he answers something. He just looks at his feet and he's like, okay, feet, and he answers it right. And then Sarah gets asked to spell a word with, I don't know, something, and they get it wrong. And at this point, Jay and Jenna are the fucking winners, and I cannot believe this crap. I mean, it was so funny, and I never in a million years thought that we were gonna see Jay and Jenna win trivia. Alright, so at this point, Jordan has this stanky face and is over the challenge because he thought he was supposed to win the challenge and he deserved it. And at this point, I'm just really over Jordan. So at this point, he is just mad. Sarah tries to talk to him, and he's like, I'm folding clothes right now. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Sarah's trying to like talk to you. She's your only partner in the game. And they go out to talk. And at this point, Jordan seems like to think that Sarah thinks she's the best and that she's running the show when he thinks he's running the show. So basically, this is like who gets the pants on the relationship. And at this point, if I was Jordan, you are a fucking rookie. Stick with what Sarah is saying. She has gone far. She has politics down. She is good at almost like physical stuff, a good physical stuff. And she has way more experience at the game than you. This is your fucking third challenge. This is her fucking eighth challenge. So shut the fuck up. Anyways, she tries. She is one of the good guys. Like, I don't understand. Like, she's one of the good guys, and she's trying to, talk to Jordan about, okay, we're gonna politic because you've been like this and like that. I mean, are you fucking serious right now? She is trying to mend things with everybody else of the things he did, and he's fucking getting pissed. And at this point, I'm fucking getting pissed at Jordan because Sarah is trying to actually, like, do this for the team, and he's just getting mad, and so Jordan gets pissed off and goes off. Anyways, so basically, Jay and Jenna are getting ready to talk, and they want to talk with Sarah and Jordan, and they make a deal with Sarah and Jordan because they think that they're gonna help him at the end, and I think it is true. But then again, it's like, and they want to throw in Nia and Leroy, and who do you throw in? I think at this point I would have saved Jordan and Sarah because they have way more experience and they kind of have a little bit more power than I and Leroy. So I think I would go with Jay's decision. So Leroy and I are going in with with Avery and and Johnny. And at this point in the dome, we get this kind of physical thing, and there's like hooks on from the ceiling, and they have to hook their partners. Leroy and Johnny go at it, and it looks very tiring. And Leroy wins the first one, and whoever wins for the girls is basically the winner. And at this point, we last time we saw anything from Avery and Naya, they were like punching each other like the Bad Girls Club. And at this point, they're friends, and they take fucking 2 hours to get this thing hooked. But it seems like the rope was hard to pull down, so that's why it took so long. I really thought that Nair had this in the back because of like Avery's size, and I don't know. I mean, Naya's like a tall girl. She's an Amazon, and I really thought that she had this in the back. But Avery gave a good, very good fight. She never quit, and I'm very proud of Avery. I'm very proud of Johnny and Avery. At this point, I was really heartbroken because I like both of them, Lion Leroy, and I like Johnny and Avery, and I really hope we get Avery back in the challenge. But this is not it. I forgot. We get to the exile, and it is Britt and Adam versus Banani, and they are going at it in a physical challenge. The typical whoever yanks the pole from the other person is the winner, and Johnny wins, Banani win. So at the end, Johnny and Nani are still in the game, and I want to add that Leroy is kind of disappointed that Naya took 2 hours to do that. He thought she had more fighting her, and I thought so too. I kind of agree with him. And I want to add that when Jay told Leroy that he was gonna put him in his sleep, he got so gangsta with him, and I'm like, that's the Leroy I wanna see. I wanna see an aggressive. I wanna see somebody that actually wants to go to the final, not like last season Leroy. So Jay has just made the biggest mistake because he put Leroy in, and he's back, and he's gonna do some damage. So see you later, alligators, and bye bye.